So last week we had the Roseville and Millbrook game, and so there's a guy on Millbrook that is making waves, and he's only a sophomore, correct, Coach?
That's correct.
So he's making waves. He has offers, and he's anchoring the middle of the defense. This is my man Q. What's going on, Q? How you doing? Quinton Cypher, how are you?
I'm good. Having a good day. Was at the gym. How are you?
That's what's up. That's what's up. I love to hear at the gym. So that not being lazy on the weekend, right? You just had a game last night, and you're at the gym today.
Yes, sir. I just woke up in the morning. Had a cryotherapy. It was actually my first time. Then you just gotta go to the gym, even if you don't want to, but it's better when you want to. And I wanted to. I had a great day and got a little sauna in, just trying to recover and just get.
Yeah. How did you enjoy cryotherapy? Because a lot of people, I do suggest it. Matter of fact, the place that I suggest is iCryo. They are a partner of First and Goal 365. If you go on YouTube, you can find the gentleman who owns it. He was on my podcast some time ago. But I do co-sign that. But how did you feel going into the iCryo into that? What is it, like below 32 degrees or something like that?
I don't know, but it was cold. I was in there for 3 minutes, and it's different. I can tell you, it's definitely different. But that's the car, like your body, you just have like energy, and your muscles are like you can tell that like that felt good, and that did something.
Yeah. And it's good that you're learning early to take care of your body, because so many athletes they just keep going and don't realize that you got to continue to take care of your body. Now let's jump into some Millbrook talk. All right. So you guys are what, 7-1 right now, 6-1?
7-1. We just beat Wakefield last night.
Congratulations on the win. Now, tell me right now, being the anchor of a defense at a young age, sophomore, that's young to be able to be starting in that position, man. Tell me how it feels to lead the team on the field, and what is the expectation that you have of yourself being so young and being in that position?
It's obviously a lot to take, being younger, but I also have help from my coaching staff and my teammates, the guys who have been there for more years than me, helping me. Every day they impact how I lead. Just seeing them and seeing my coaches, I always want to try to do my best for my teammates and just try to win football games.
And how did you prepare yourself this offseason, not so much athletically, but more so mentally for what you were about to endure? What were some things that you thought of, or what mindset did you go in your training for preparation of this season?
That I just got to be the best version of myself for my team and for everyone. Just gotta be the best version of myself. So come season time, I'm not letting my teammates down when it comes down to it.
Right. So then being a sophomore and starting and performing the way that you're performing, youth football had to play a role in this. So where did you play youth ball at, and how did that go? What positions did you play leading up to your middle linebacker days?
So really youth football, I played for Cap City and Wake Forest Titans, and then like the North Raleigh Bulldogs, and I was always a linebacker. And when I was really young, I was a nose guard.
Okay.
I've always been a linebacker. I've been a linebacker my whole life, and quarterback. And funny story, Braden Atkinson, the quarterback for Roseville?
Yes, sir.
So I was playing quarterback, and then he played for my youth team. I didn't play quarterback for the rest of my life.
So Braden took your job?
He took my job. So we've called him QB1 ever since, and good buddies with him. And then COVID hit, and I played for the Dark Horses for 2 years.
Okay. So you're a Dark Horse alumni as well?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's what's up. So let's talk a little ball, if you don't mind. When we go into playing a middle linebacker position, it is pretty tough on the defensive side because you have to be able to be run and pass support. When you line up, or when you're playing that position similar to a quarterback, what are some things that go through your mind as soon as the quarterback yells set? So before that, you got your checks and you got all that good stuff. But at the set, when everybody gets quiet, tell me what's going through your mind before that ball is hyped.
I'm reading my guards. I'm looking at their stances. I'm looking at their eyes. I'm just checking. I'm looking at the receivers, see how deep in their stance are they. I'm looking at the running back, seeing if he's really ready to get the ball. He's looking like he's about to run a route. checking the quarterback, seeing what he's looking. If he's calling audibles like for receivers at the high school level, it's most likely going to be a pass.
Mm-hmm.
Put in enough effort to call like a pass audible and then run the ball. So I'm checking that, and I'm just trying to get ready. And if it's a run, I'm getting ready to hit someone.
So you said something that is that piqued my interest as a young guy. I'm paying attention to their stance. What about their stance are you paying attention to, and what type of tips can you get from a stance? I'm interested because you're a young linebacker, and I know you keep saying, "Coach, I'm not young." Yeah, you're a young linebacker. You're a young linebacker, and so to have that eye to detail is amazing. What is it that you see in a stance that can tell you a tip for a play?
If when I read the guards and he's kind of leaned back on his inner foot, he's pulling. If he has a little bit of less weight in his hand, he's probably going to be pass setting, vertical set. And you can also read tackles too. Sometimes the tackles on certain teams don't even put their hands in the dirt when it's a pass play. They don't even try to hide it.
Right.
They'll just straight up put their hands on their knees and get ready to kick step.
Okay.
And you can look at their eyes. If they're down blocking, they'll put their eyes on the nose tackle, and you're just gonna look at. And then you as soon as you see that, you look at the other guard, and you're like, huh, he's back in his stance, ready to pull. So you know it's a pull coming to me.
So the amazing part about that, for those who may not understand football lingo, the IQ that he just showed was amazing, because that's what you want your linebackers to pay attention to. All this is processed within about the matter of less than 5 to 10 seconds before. So once the play is called, everybody breaks the huddle. This processing happens within a couple seconds. And if you don't mind, to go along with this conversation, I always ask what your GPA is. So what's your GPA?
A 4.3.
A 4.3. So ladies and gentlemen, understand, processing and being a smart athlete all comes with grades. You rarely are going to meet an athlete on the field who can process as quickly as we were just discussing here, and then also have terrible grades, unless he's a lazy student. So as a coach, I can tell a lazy student, and then I can tell a student who, he may struggle with certain classes. And it's not easy to be in that linebacker position, or most of the positions on the field, and not be able to process within seconds. So let me ask you this: what is something that you find difficult, because you're growing into your position? By the time you're a senior, you're going to be a dog. So what are some things that you see right now that it's like, once I polish this up, I'm gonna be nonstop, nobody will be able to stop me?
Just sometimes getting in my head, and on pass and run plays, sometimes just overthink it a little bit, and try to, I don't want to say do too much, but if I see someone pulling, I might do a little something extra when I should just blow them up and make a play. Sometimes I just do a little out of the ordinary and put myself out of position and mess up my teammates.
How much film do you watch a week?
So funny thing is, since the first week of the season last year, I wasn't thrilled with our record last year. I'm always hungry for my team and for myself, and I think the rest of the team is. And so since week 1, we come over, the whole defense, we'll get about 15 people, backups are their starters, and we watch film and we eat, building our bond together. And you really see it. It's crazy, because you'll see someone, they'll have a bad rep of 1 week, and they come to film, and then they watch film, and then they'll get a pick. And like, it's because you saw that on film, and you took your instincts and you used them, and you applied it, because you up and you put in the work and you put in the hours, and we're really building a bond.
So a 4.3 GPA and a sophomore. I would like for you to tell other sophomores, other younger players, not just talk to them a little bit about your schedule and what school means inside of that schedule. How do you put all this together, melt this all together to be able to succeed so well, both on and off the field?
So my schedule in season is, I go to school, just in school, just trying to make sure I'm not on my phone, just taking all because there's always going to be schools, especially nowadays, aren't going to be the toughest. And you're always going to have extra time. You're always going to have that one class where you're not doing nothing, and it's kind of like a period. So you just make sure the stuff, like if you're struggling in a class, you do that work in that class and you make that up. And you try to do your best. And then after school, you got to go to practice and make sure the only thing in your mind, you just really want to lock in on practice and be in school. You want to lock in on school and be the best version of yourself in school and do your best in practice. And then once you get out of practice, I usually don't do schoolwork from my practice to another workout.
Mm-hmm.
I just like to sit there and just kind of just scroll and kind of just kind of chill for a little bit, and
Be
then
normal for a second, huh?
and then go work out, and then you get home and your body's aching and you're tired. And you take that shower and you're like, I don't want to do the schoolwork, but you got to do it because you just want to be great. If you want to be great, you got to do the schoolwork and you got to have a good grade. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Coach, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You got something?
How's it going, Q?
What's up?
You the man? Yeah, Coach Block. He's a cut above because he's one of the very few linebackers that we have talked with that picks up on the lineman's footwork and their stance. So that's one of the keys to being a cut above linebacker, and is a testament to his athletic ability because as a second year player, he has the football IQ of a upperclassman, and he already has over a dozen big time offers. So the future is wide open for this young man, and keep up the good work. And you're a testament. Not only as you epitomize a student athlete, you got over a 4.0 GPA, which is just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And so, what would be the ideal school for you? So the one thing is when you kind of know what you know, and you find the school that has your major and the coach that you like and the field that's right. What is that for you? What would be the perfect school to say this is what I would commit to, going into my junior year?
A good education is very, very important to me because I know, anything can happen in life and anything can happen in my future. So outside of football, I want to make sure it has a good education. I want to make sure it has coaches that can really help me and really prepare me for the real world when that comes around and hits me. So I want to make sure there's coaches that really care about me. You really gotta find the coaches that are acting like they care about you and the ones that actually care for you and your future.
Yeah, and one of the great writers here in North Carolina, Coach Pope, he said, we see that UGA right there. You're wearing the University of Georgia. Did you tell on yourself? So you might be telling on yourself a little bit. It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it. So look, before we get you out of here, I do want to talk about the one thing I always think is important for players and coaches to talk about is adversity. So the one thing you guys did is you took the loss. We're past that right now. But what I do want to talk about is how you, as a leader of the team and a focal point of the defense, how did you help to rally your guys through this week to move past that and get on to the next opponent and then dominate them?
Just in practice. I made sure that everyone was at film, and we just got to get to next week because practice has to be better every single day because in my opinion, obviously I hold my teammates and myself to high standards, and I didn't think we had the best practice week. So I was on their butts about it, and I was on myself about it because I felt a little bit disappointed in myself and how I led that week. So this week I made sure that we were doing better, and we had a better week of practice, and we had a very good game last night. We held them to 0 points, and they're 1-7 now, but they're not a terrible football team, and they have some players for sure. They definitely have some playmakers who can get points on the board. But them shut out them donuts. It's hard to do. It doesn't matter against the opponent, but a good week of practice can really help and make sure everyone's at film and everyone's doing the right thing. Everyone's staying on task during the week, not only in football, but out of school, doing the right stuff in your body. Treating people well, just being good.
Cool. So tell us how people can follow you, how people can check you out. I do have your Instagram right here. So boom, there's your Instagram, but then also, you know, Twitter and all that stuff. Give it so that people who are watching this and coaches who see can go follow you.
My Twitter or X is at Cypher Quinton.
Oh, did I have it backwards for Instagram?
No, Instagram's correct.
Okay. And then on Twitter, it's the other way, or X is the other way around.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool, man. And Coach, any final things before we let them go?
Q, are you looking forward to the state playoffs?
Yes, sir, of course. But I'm focused this week.
Gotcha, man. Keep up the good work.
Q, keep up the good work, man. You're a dog. I appreciate watching your film and seeing you play, man. Keep up that good work. And anything that myself and Coach Brooks can do to help you out, you just give us a holler, brother.
All right.
All right. Have a great
Take care, Q.
You too.
For this young man to be able to talk to us and have keys, you know how hard it is to teach a linebacker to see those cues, even when they're a senior. Like that.
That's what I'm saying. He's already above that, and yeah, like I said, as a second year player, and he's already focused on those keys. By the time he becomes a senior, he'll be